In 2025, Gen Z is rewriting the rules of building wealth, and they're doing it faster, smarter, and more independently than any generation before. Forget the traditional path of climbing the corporate ladder or waiting until your 40s to invest. Gen Z is leveraging tech, side hustles, crypto, fractional investing, and digital tools to create multiple income streams and financial freedom often before they hit 30. We'll explore exactly how Gen Z is building wealth differently, what tools they're using, and why their approach is shaping the future of money. How Gen Z is building wealth differently in 2025. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. In 2025, Generation Z, those born roughly between 1997 and 2012, is approaching adulthood with a radically different view of money, wealth, and success. Shaped by a turbulent economic landscape that includes the 2008 recession, a global pandemic, student debt crisis, rising inflation, and rapid technological change, Gen Z is redefining what it means to build wealth. Unlike their predecessors, they are digital natives, financially skeptical, values-driven, and extremely resourceful. Their wealth-building strategies break away from traditional career paths and long-standing financial conventions. This article dives deep into the ways Gen Z is reshaping the wealth equation in America, and why their strategies might just set a new standard. In 2025, Gen Z is rewriting the rules of building wealth, and they're doing it faster, smarter, and more independently than any generation before. Forget the traditional path of climbing the corporate ladder or waiting until your 40s to invest. Gen Z is leveraging tech, side hustles, crypto, fractional investing, and digital tools to create multiple income streams and financial freedom often before they hit 30. We'll explore exactly how Gen Z is building wealth differently, what tools they're using, and why their approach is shaping the future of money. A digital native approach to finance. Gen Z doesn't remember a time before the internet, which fundamentally shapes how they handle money. Rather than relying on traditional banks or face-to-face financial advisors, they turn to mobile-first platforms like Venmo, Robinhood, Public, Acorns, and Cash App for budgeting, investing, and even crypto trading. Fintech has democratized access to financial tools previously reserved for wealthy investors. For Gen Z, investing $5 into an ETF or Bitcoin from their phone is as normal as ordering lunch. Their comfort with mobile technology also allows them to automate savings, track net worth in real time, and receive ad-driven financial advice through robo-advisors like Betterment and Wealthfront. Investing early, often, and unconventionally. One of the defining traits of Gen Z's wealth-building strategy is early adoption of investing. Many members of Gen Z began investing in high school or college thanks to gamified apps with low barriers to entry. Unlike previous generations who may have waited until their late 20s or 30s, today's 18 to 24-year-olds are buying stocks, ETFs, and cryptocurrencies as soon as they turn 18 or sooner through custodial accounts. They're not just investing in traditional markets either. Cryptocurrencies, NFTs, Web3 projects, and tokenized real estate are gaining traction as legitimate asset classes in their portfolios. They often practice fractional investing, buying small pieces of high-value assets, and utilize dollar-cost averaging to reduce risk while building long-term wealth. Multiple streams of income are the norm, not the goal. Gone are the days when a single full-time job was the endgame. For Gen Z, multiple income streams are a necessity, not a luxury. Many are juggling freelance gigs, part-time remote jobs, affiliate marketing, content creation, e-commerce, and digital products alongside school or 9-to-5. Platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, Etsy, YouTube, Patreon, and TikTok are major income engines. Influencer culture has normalized making money through personal branding, while e-commerce platforms like Shopify and Gumroad enable anyone to sell products or knowledge. Even more traditional paths, like tutoring, virtual assistants, or social media management, have become viable income sources. This approach not only diversifies financial risk but also builds a flexible life that isn't dependent on a single employer or paycheck. A DIY financial education. Traditional education systems have failed to adequately teach personal finance, so Gen Z has taken matters into their own hands. YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Discord communities, and online courses on platforms like Skillshare, Coursera, and Udemy are central to how they learn about money. Influencers like Humphrey Yang, Tori Dunlop, and Mark Tilbury have millions of followers, offering real-time, digestible advice on investing, saving, taxes, and entrepreneurship. The Gen Z wealth builder is self-taught and constantly learning, often following financial trends with the speed of social media. They don't wait for institutions to validate what works. They test, iterate, and move quickly with what's trending and effective. Values-driven spending and investing. Perhaps one of the most striking differences in Gen Z's approach to wealth is the way they align money with values. Social justice, sustainability, and transparency are not just buzzwords. They're non-negotiables. Gen Z often researches companies before investing or supporting them, avoiding those that conflict with their ethical stance. They are heavily involved in ESG, environmental, social, and governance investing, and many are willing to accept slightly lower returns to invest in companies that align with their principles. They are also the driving force behind voting with your wallet, making purchasing decisions that support small businesses, BIPOC-owned brands, or eco-conscious products, even if they cost more. Embracing minimalism and financial independence. Unlike millennials, who often chased lifestyle inflation to match income, Gen Z is far more pragmatic. They are less likely to own cars, homes, or designer goods, preferring minimalism and financial security. The FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early, has taken hold, especially its more attainable versions like Coast IRA, saving enough early to coast into retirement, or Barista IRA, achieving enough passive income to work only part-time. Gen Z values time freedom as much as money. Many live with roommates longer, rent instead of own, or adopt van life and digital nomadism to reduce costs. Their version of success is less about what they own and more about how much control they have over their time and energy. Fractional real estate and alternative assets. Gen Z is locked out of the traditional real estate market in many cities due to high home prices and student debt, but they're finding workarounds. Platforms like Arrived, Fundrise, and Lofty AI allow them to invest in fractional real estate ownership, earning rental income and long-term appreciation without needing to buy a full property. Some are exploring REITs, real estate investment trusts, while others are investing in tokenized real estate on blockchain networks. These innovative models allow Gen Z to build wealth through real estate at a fraction of the entry costs their parents faced. This flexibility gives them both asset exposure and liquidity, something traditional property ownership doesn't always offer. Side hustles as wealth accelerators. For Gen Z, side hustles are more than just supplemental income. They are stepping stones to financial independence. What begins as a weekend project can scale into a full-blown business. Whether it's drop shipping through Shopify, selling digital templates on Etsy, flipping thrifted items on Depop, or monetizing a niche on TikTok, Gen Z understands the scalable potential of side hustles. They're also leveraging AI tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and Canva AI to create faster, better content and automate workflows. This use of tech-enabled productivity means Gen Z can run small businesses with minimal overhead and significant growth potential. Mental health, burnout, and balance. Unlike previous generations who were encouraged to grind nonstop, Gen Z is acutely aware of the cost of burnout. For them, wealth means nothing if mental health is sacrificed. Many deliberately prioritize balance, limit work hours, and structure their income sources to be asynchronous or passive. There's also a growing trend of Gen Z entrepreneurs using income to pay for therapy, coaching, or wellness retreats, indicating that well-being is part of their wealth strategy. They're not just chasing money, they're building sustainable lives. Challenges: over-optimism and risk exposure. Despite these advantages, Gen Z's wealth-building path isn't without pitfalls. Their comfort with risk and speed can lead to overconfidence. Crypto crashes, meme stock volatility, and under-diversified portfolios have burned many young investors. Additionally, while many are tech-savvy, not all have a deep understanding of tax structures, insurance, or retirement planning. There's also the issue of inconsistent income streams from gig work or creator platforms, which can complicate budgeting and long-term planning. These challenges highlight the need for foundational financial education and access to affordable financial planning tools. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.